the house of our dynamic. Hey! Hey y'all, it's California Cutiee here. I want you guys to come join a moment. So, always. Now, Hey. What's going on, California cuties? Well, I'm California cuties. You're just a cutie in whatever state you guys are in. What's going on? Welcome to my channel, California Cuties channel, that is, okay? We are back, y'all. We are back for another recap and review of the Belle Collective. I'm so excited because, this is only episode 2 and the girls are giving what needs to be gave. So like I said, this is the recap and review of Belle Collective season 6, episode 2, and it's entitled POLYaMARIE. Okay, so you already know what that means because she's trapped between 2 men. Okay, I'm not mad at her. She's single. She can do what she want to do. But she's trapped between her ex-husband and her new boo thing. And you don't know what I'm talking about, go back and watch my review from last week from episode 1. All right, so let's get into it. But actually, before we get into it, we got to take care of the business. Y'all know what business that is, right? So if you're new to my channel, welcome, of course, and please subscribe to my channel so you can become a cutie, because we would love to have you. Okay, and then next, everyone, this is for everyone within the sound of my voice, please hit the like button. Please share me with your peoples. Share me. The like button is a free way to support my channel, and it lets put me in the algorithm and lets people know that I'm here and get new subscribers or new people to lay eyes on me. And if they like my content, they'll come on over. Okay, so that's why I'm always going to start off with that. I know it gets redundant and people don't understand why content creators always say that, but that's the reason, because we're trying to get more subscribers like yourself. All right, so we definitely want you to like the video, and then also we want you to get in our chat, so when I drop the premiere, the chat is live. I'm in the chat where you're having a whole discussion. When the video ends, there's a comment section underneath the video. We can also keep the conversation going. So we can do that by you putting a comment there, and then I'll see it, and then we can discuss. If you disagree with something I said, go ahead and put it down there. I will get back to you. I just feel like we can always agree to disagree. We don't have to get into no shouting match with the all capitals in the chat. And we definitely don't need to be, coming at each other at any point in time. We all need to be respectful. Okay, that's in any chat. And that goes for my channel or any other channel, because I'm a mod for some people, and I just feel like we all need to be respectful. We all have an opinion, and we should all be respected for that. Okay, so yeah, I need you guys to do that. But before we even get started, I'll give you a chance to do it right now. Okay. Okay, you heard what he said. Let's have a good time. And hopefully you guys hit that like button. Okay, so let's get right on into the video, or the premiere and the recap. Okay, so we open up with Letitia. Oh, let me put my girls up. Hold on, because we might as well put them up. Put them up. Yeah. All right, here we go. Let me put my notes back up. So we start off with Letitia. Y'all know her. She's at the head of the table. and her and Carrie, the lady in pink. So her and Carrie meet up, and Letitia basically she wants to meet up with Carrie because she wants to collaborate with her on doing Letitia does her Pearson. She has Pearson Enterprise, right? And under that umbrella, she does her brunches. And so she wants Carrie to join in and collaborate with her because um, Carrie is in the restaurant business. So it makes sense for her to do that. And plus, let Letitia tell it Carrie would be a great host. Well, I kind of feel that because Carrie is talkative. She's not afraid to voice her opinion, tell you about it. So literally, I think I can see where she's going with it. But anyway, Letitia, we start off the episode with her on the phone, and I guess she was telling somebody that about bailing them out. And so we find out that under Letitia Pearson's enterprise, not only does she does the brunches, she also does paralegal work. She also does bail bondsman, and then she also does a mentorship program. So literally, Letitia is really just saying, "Look, I'm not no one trick pony. Okay, so don't get it twisted." So when she was on the phone, hence she was saying that she needs to, that she was trying to bail somebody out. So Carrie gets there and she's like, yeah, Letitia's like, yeah, I want to catch up on the mess. And, and I want to tell her about the event that I want to collaborate with her on. And so, and the event that Tisha is having is called the Relaunch Social. So Letitia starts off with Carrie and says, how did you like the party? Marie's party. And Carrie was like, I mean, first of all, she lied. She was like, I had a good time. I was like, no, you didn't. You didn't have no good time. You're lying. Liar. But she's like, yeah, no, I had a good time, but Jackson ain't nothing like the golf. I said, here she go. Because if I tell you, last week I told y'all she wanted a full-blown party, and it was more like a dinner party. And then after the dinner, we're going to get up and party, whoever's there. And it was very intimate. So Carrie said, I can feel the tension that was in the room. And, she's like, I don't know. Everybody seemed like they were kind of stressed out. Tisha said, no, I don't think they was really stressed out. I think they were more confused, if anything. So Carrie asked if the relaunch is going to be a social gathering, like a sit down, like a brunch, or are we going to be, is it going to be a party? And Tisha was like, no, it's not going to be a brunch, but there will be brunch food there. But I guess, she didn't say it was going to be a party, but I guess they will be moving around and doing things. We'll see how it goes. So Letitia tells Carrie, I really want you to collaborate with me. I really want you to do this event with me. And Carrie was like, oh yeah, I definitely can do that. And she was like, but you know what? If you gonna do this, you need to get you some sponsors. And then Tisha's like, oh yeah, I know I need some sponsors, but excuse me. She was like, I just been doing it all by myself. I've been doing it on my own. And then Carrie's like, oh no, girl, not no more. And then they, do their little high five or whatever. And so, like I said earlier, Tisha said that she's going to be a perfect fit because not only is she a great host, but she's a social butterfly. So that's how that went. That's that scene. We catch up with Marie and Essie. Marie heads to the office and she meets up with Essie. You guys know that Essie is waiting for a lung transplant because last season we found out that she is ill and that she needs a lung transplant. And it was, because I don't think negative ever, like not the first thing, but so it was sad to see that she was going through that. But Essie looks great. Essie is looking good. She hasn't lost no weight. Not like that, Essie. Don't take it like that, S. Don't do it. Because S with the mess, SC with the mess. Don't you do it. Don't you come for me. But literally, she looks great. You know, she's not getting all skinny and frail looking. She looks great. She looks really good. So, like I said, they're catching up, and Marie says that Hamilton Davis Opioid Mental Clinic is doing extremely well. You know, that's Marie's practice, y'all. She opened it up a couple of years ago, I believe. You know, because her mom is an addict. I don't remember if she's an exact addict of, but she is, and my heart goes out to her because I definitely can relate to that story. And so it's great that Marie was able to not only open up the clinic because her mom needs the help, but you know, she just saw the need for it. So I love that about Marie. And so yeah, so Marie tells Essie, you know, everything at the office is doing good. She had just revised a couple of things that needed to be revised at the office or whatever. And so Marie tells her, you know, I've been an entrepreneur. Well, I don't know if she told Essie this because sometimes they go into the confessional and then sometimes they're talking to the person in front of, you know, they're having a conversation. So sometimes if y'all hear me not say, that's why I always pretty much try to tell y'all, oh, in the confessional, she said, so you don't think she's talking to the person or they are talking to the person. I didn't do it this time because sometimes it takes a lot to say, but y'all get the gist of it if you're watching. If you're not watching and you're only watching me, I'll try and tell you guys this in the confessional. But I feel like this was in the confessional. She says, you know, Marie has been an entrepreneur for 25 years and her business is doing extremely well. And so she's saying she's reaping the benefits of what she sold, her and Essie. So, you know, she feels like it's time it's time for her to retire. She's like, you know, she's talking to Essie and she's like, yeah, Essie, I think it's time for me to go on and retire because I've done all I could do in the business, basically. And Essie is like, no. She was like, give me another year. And Marie's like, girl, you said that last year. You said that last year. And Marie's like, she was like, I know I said that, but give me 12 more months. And I think it's amazing that Miss Marie, Riri, is what they call her. Child, that girl is 45. She just turned 45 and she's talking about retirement, okay? And she's been an entrepreneur for 25 years. And I've been an entrepreneur for over 30 years and I can't retire because my clients won't let me. Shout out to my clients. But literally, I'm like, girl, that is so bomb. Like literally, that's bomb. So anyway, Essie is still pressing her, like, nah, just give me 12 more months. And then then I was about to say, then I'll let you retire, but it's not I'll let you. It's her choice to make. But yeah, Essie tells her, yeah, girl, if you would have more time if you stop juggling these stop juggling these men you got. When I tell you, Marie gave her to look like,
what you talking about, lady?
Marie was like,
what you talking about, lady?
Literally, Marie was like, nah, girl, no, that's not me. Juggling my men has nothing to do with me wanting to retire. Okay, all right. So Marie told her, basically she'll give her another year. So Marie also said, Marie, I don't know, sometimes I'm talking in my phone and my notes say something totally different than what I wanted to say. I'm trying to say that Essie was kind of surprised that Marie basically didn't, wasn't all over the place. She was very relaxed at the party while everybody else was, tripping out and, feeling like, oh my God, how are we going to do this? And so in my notes, I think I was like, that the party was going to go. Essie thought that the party would have went a different way if Martin and Cedric were two different kind of guys. She basically was like, because they could have went left. They could have pretty much got him up. They could have moved some furniture around, all kind of stuff. So, but they're both really nice. So I'm glad that they act like grown-ups. They were really grown about it. Marie says, it's a lot to process for her. She loves Cedric. Honestly, that's her ex-husband, and they both share Zuri, their kid, together, right? So it's like that's a no-brainer that she still loves Cedric. But she really likes Martin because Martin has showed her things that she's never seen before. She's never been on a jet ski. He took her she said, from one side of the ocean to the other. And so she really likes him because he's different. He's brought different things into her life. And women, take notes, okay? Different culture, different things. And if you don't get intimidated or scared about trying different things, go for it. It's not like you got to marry the person. Hence, Marie is dating Martin, but like literally, it's not that you have to. You're dating. It don't mean don't go try it. For me, I'm just saying. So anyway, Marie says she enjoys their time together, but she hadn't heard from Martin for 2 weeks. Martin been out of town for 2 weeks, and she's like, I haven't heard from him in the last 2 weeks, and she's at a crossroads because now them 2 weeks, she knows she's been spending time with Cedric. Girl, definitely spending time with Cedric. So, sorry y'all. I don't know if y'all heard that crack, but that felt great. What I put? She's at crossroads. She's been spending more time with Cedric. She says she's going to proceed with Martin in her life. Essie told her she needs to get her stuff together because you, baby, you got too much going on. And Marie said she needs to have a conversation with Martin because she needs clarity at this point. And she said she needs to know. Oh, Essie says, girl, because I need to know who to root for. And Marie was like, you can root for both of them. I was like, that's right. She was like, don't leave me in the dark. Don't leave me in confusion by myself. I need somebody to be just confused as me, basically. So that's how that scene ended. Okay, and so now I guess Marie and Cedric had a date night. And so Marie wakes up at Cedric's house because last week she was at Cedric's house with Zuri. So we know what his kitchen looks like. It's a lot cleaner now that Marie has been over there. Anyway, she in there cutting up some fruit and cutting a little fruit up, got some grapes, and she served them in the bed. And Marie asked Cedric, how did he like the party? He said it was nice. She said, well, I'm happy that you came. And he asked her if she enjoyed herself at the party. She said, yeah, but she said, I was beginning to get a little uncomfortable. I was like, girl, you didn't show it. You never let them see you sweat, babes. You did not. At least to me, like I know we didn't get this full spectrum of the whole party, but she literally, I mean, we might have got a glimpse of when they were talking, when the two guys were talking, her looking over there like, okay, what the hell? But literally, I think she handled it very well. And so, she said she was uncomfortable because she's never really juggled two guys. Cedric said, yeah, it was a little awkward for me especially because you was dancing with him and then you dancing with me. He said, I felt like a sucker. I was like, you don't want your man feeling like a sucker, okay? He was like, yeah, I was unsettled. Marie said she was uncomfortable and she don't ever want to be in that situation again. Um, the moment the moment made Cedric feel like maybe this is not the time for him and Marie to be back together. Marie says to him, well, no, just hold up. Bear with me. Like literally, don't start trying to pull back and not court me anymore, basically, because the moment he pulls back, it's not like I'm gonna just do whoever's doing it better. It's literally don't pull back because of somebody else. Because if you want her, sometimes you're gonna have to fight to get her. So in my eyes, I'm like, don't do it. She said she's working through it. She said, because I'm here with you right now. That's true, T. Cedric says he's gonna wait until Marie tells him that she is settled. Okay, so we'll see how that goes. So now we head over to Selena's daughter's house. No, I'm sorry. We head over to Selena's house. She said, I'm sorry, that just came out. She said she had a lot on her plate. Her daughter Star, as you guys know, is having a baby, and she also is having an all-white event for her son Quincy, who passed away in 2020, and he was taken way too soon. Not only was he taken way too soon, but it wasn't of natural causes, if you get my drift. And so his name is Quincy Johnson, and so she wants to do an all-white memory event for him. Selena says she's been giving Mike the silent treatment. So she says, I guess she's been having communication problems too. I said, yeah, you can give him the silent treatment, but you can't give him silent treatment if you're going to bring up your communication is key and all this other stuff. You can't have it both ways. So you just got to hold his feet to the fire. If you're going to do that, just hold his feet to the fire. So Mike walks in talking about what's wrong with you. You know what's wrong with me. I ain't talk to you. Okay, we gonna play the game. All right, let's play. What's wrong? Selena says, for one thing, you were out of town and you wasn't answering your phone. So again, we get Selena saying communication is key in any relationship. Now, it's true. And I just don't want to hear her say it now one more time because I feel like this dude is not listening. No disrespect to Mike. Y'all cute. Mike, get your shit together. I'm getting tired. I'm getting tired for Selena. She said he moves like her boyfriend, not like her fiance. Selena says that they're gonna meet up with the Pearsons next week because they've been through so many issues, and Selena feels like the couples can talk to one another and pick each other brains. And she's like, shoot, because it can't get no worse. I'm like, I don't know. You're talking to Glenn. We shall see how it goes. We shall see how it goes. So now we head over to Letitia's lunch social of Women's Brunch of Mississippi. Okay. Like, yikes, that's a long. So it's really the relaunch social, but she also threw in the Women's Brunch of Mississippi. And she's like, this platform is for female entrepreneurs. And I said this in my last video where I was telling y'all, I don't like when ladies call women females. Like, I don't know if that's a self thing. Maybe it is. I don't know. But I always be like that lady, that girl, that woman, that bitch. I don't never say that female. That don't even come out my mouth like that. This is not a word I use. I don't know. I just don't like the way it sounds. Because then it sounds like a animal or something. Anywho, she says a platform for female entrepreneurs. She says she's brunch. I'm sorry. Letitia says her brunches are where the ladies can collaborate and network and be successful in their, and they are there to celebrate the announcement that Letitia is going to stay on a statewide tour with her brunches, y'all. So, um, it's cool. I don't know how many states she going to. I don't know if she come to California. I'll go because I haven't talked directly to Letitia, but first season, I think my boy Richie Skies, shout out to Richie Skies. I think he had. I'm not sure which one. It might have been Tisha that he interviewed, but he had interviewed her, and then I was in her comments, and she talked back to me and let me know she enjoyed. She was happy that I was watching the show and that I enjoyed it. And I've also corresponded with Tamra before and told her, I enjoyed the show. And she was like, the upcoming season was going to be so good. So stay tuned. So, the girls, I would love to go to one of her brunches. I hope she brings it to California. That would be great. And so, yeah, so she announced that she's going to the, statewide tour. Carrie is the first of the collective to show up. And then Selena arrives. Selena's really looking forward to talking to Latrice because, Selena said that she really hadn't talked to Latrice since her accident and that she couldn't be the bar manager at Taste. Latrice shows up to support Letitia. She says she's not looking forward to talking to Selena because she felt like Selena ghosted her. Yikes. We'll see how that goes. I put because the Selena, yeah, okay. Anyway, Latrice is also feeling uneasy because of what Mandy shared with her about Glenn DMing her. So my question is, should she tell Tisha, guys, or should she keep her mouth closed? If you guys were in this situation where your friend, your stylist, who is your friend from high school, and y'all now are in your 30s, tells you that your other friend, husband, is DMing her. Now you know this. Do you go tell the wife, or do you keep your mouth closed? Y'all tell me in the comments, how do y'all feel about that? And I'll tell you guys how I feel about it if you hit me up, and I'll give you my opinion as well. So Tisha basically wants to connect women around the state of Mississippi who can come together and collaborate and build legacy. Letitia's goal is to create a platform of over 3,000 women in the state of Mississippi by the end of the year. Now, I think this was taped earlier this year. I can't think. I'm watching too many shows to really remember. But, they're always a few months behind us. So there's that. I hope she hits her goal. I do, because ain't nothing like putting us women, not up on a pedestal, but making sure that we doing what we supposed to do and holding us accountable for our entrepreneurship, because ain't nobody else gonna do it for us. Okay, so the brunch gets started and everybody is networking. Latrice and Carrie meet up, because Latrice wasn't at the party. So Carrie tells her that she missed her at Marie's party. Latrice says she really likes Carrie, and this is in her confession. She's like, I really like Carrie because she's talkative and she's extra. And Latrice said, I'm always going to welcome extra, That's just because it's like more drama and she's not afraid to create or get away from drama. That's how I take it. So Marie shows up fashionably late, and Carrie points out, let me pull this picture up right here. This is the only picture that I really took. Y'all tell me if y'all like the way, let me know if you guys like the way Marie looked in her silver outfit and her hair with the bantu knots and the short little curly cues around? Or did you like the classic, I don't know, I don't know what to call that because classic chic, I don't know what to call it, but whatever Carrie has on. Do you like the way Carrie looks or do you like the way uh Marie looks? But we're about to get into the whole debacle right here. Okay. Like the video on top of that. So Marie shows up fashionably late, and Carrie points out that Marie, she was like, she on a whole spaceship navigating. Carrie says, you have on your space outfit now. I was like, ooh, I don't know if that's gonna go well, right? I mean, she could be playing, but I feel like you don't know Marie like that, guy. You don't know her like that yet. So you can't be playing, poking fun until y'all like until you know that she knows that you're poking fun. But so we get in the confessional, Carrie says that Marie came in late AF and you would never catch her coming in to any of her friends' events late like that. So Latrice tells Marie she can see that natural BBL in that outfit. And she kind of touched her butt. And Marie was like, girl, the BBL is, she was like, this butt natural though. I'm like, if it's a BBL and the butt is natural, how, uh, okay. Latrice tells Marie she was just talking about her because she was asking about her birthday party. Marie said, oh yeah, you was definitely Miss Latrice. Of course, Latrice was like, oh, I know. But she didn't say it like that. But she was like, oh yeah, I know. And so Selena says, they keep talking about BBL. It's more like BBM, bad bitch Marie, because of the night of the party. And that's what I was saying. She didn't show us that she was that uncomfortable, but basically Selena's saying she did her thing and she that bad bitch for having two men at her party and having a good time. Marie said it looked Marie said it looked ladies. Oh, she's like, Marie said, look, ladies, I'm single. I'm a single woman. So Selena said, cause oh no, not Selena. Letitia said that. Letitia was like, yeah, cause Selena said, cause yeah, I was confused. Marie said, wait a minute. Since y'all all in my business, let's play a game. True or false? Who here, excuse me, y'all, who here had infidelities in their marriage? True or false? Who's had infidelities in their marriage? What are you talking about? I'm gonna be like, are you okay? Because my next question is, so if they say yes, then what? Or so because basically I would just say nobody, you should have said nobody's his relationship is 100% solid. So what I do with mine is should be no concern of y'all's. But to sit and ask somebody who here husband was feeling or had an infidelity, or who here, because it don't have to just be the husband, let's be clear, but who here had an infidelity, true or false? Marie, grow up. You just turned 45, Bookie. Grow up. So Latrice, what I say? Infidelity in marriage. She asked that to Latrice, Selena, Tisha, and Carrie. So they're all trying to be on her team. So instead of oh, let me see what I. Sorry, y'all. Hit the like button. My bad. I'm telling you, sometimes when I'm talking into my phone, some stuff don't even make sense to me. Hit the like button, y'all. Uh, oh, okay. So we get Latrice in a confessional, and she's like, I don't know why Marie would be trying to bring up another woman's infidelity when she said when all her relationships had infidelities. I was like, dang, did you know what you mean all? What you mean all? Because Martin and her was dating, and I don't even know if they had relations. I don't know if hold on. I don't know if
It's called sexual behavior in the ghetto.
I don't know. I don't know if it was, but what I am gonna say is I don't think it was. I don't think it was. So anyway, Marie, like I said, she hit you with the true. She asked again, true or false. Latricia said, I said false. Carrie said, girl, I'm bored. Letitia says she has a question because I'm confused. This is Letitia, like I'm so confused. She said the last time that we all hung out as couples, Marie, before your birthday party, you introduced Martin as your boyfriend. So she wants to know what happened where Martin became the friend and Cedric became your man. My man, my man, my man. Marie is basically Marie basically said, the passing of Cedric's brother brought them closer together, and unfortunately, said you came back. And basically said came back into the picture when she was trying to figure out things between her and Martin. So she's just trying to navigate it. Selena and Latrice both got to sit down because, girl, them toes was on fire. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, ladies, when you are buying strappy shoes and there's like 3 straps and one goes across the toe, but in a diagonal way, don't do it. Don't do that. You need support on your feet if they're gonna be in a heel like this. So you like that and you don't have nothing to support your foot in right there. Shoe can be as cute as can be. It's gonna hurt. I don't care if you walk to the car and sit down and then go to the restaurant, sit down and go walk back to the car and sit down. Those shoes are gonna hurt. Okay. So Latrice, she was like, I gotta sit down. I was like, girl, I know you do. Freaking know you do. I've done that before. Please learned long time ago. So like I said, Latrice and Selena both sit down. Hold on, y'all. Let me wet my whistle with my little cough. My coffee, not cough. So delicious. So Selena and Latrice both gotta sit down. I already told y'all that. And Selena says to Latrice, she had not heard from her. She had not seen her. So for her, Selena, no, I said this so that I wouldn't forget. I said for me, when Selena says, I'm thinking, so I'm thinking in my head, if I had an accident, right? And I have a job and I'm not going to make it to that job because I had an accident. Don't I call my boss and tell my boss that I'm not going to make it, that had an accident and let them know everything? Well, I think the same thing could be told to your friend who is also about to be your boss. So instead of Selena calling Latrice and telling her I was in a bad accident, friend, I'm not going to be able to make it to Taste, and I'm gonna be able to bartend, and I gotta I have a back injury, and I'm not sure when I'm gonna be able to stand on my feet and do all of that. Selena don't do that. She doesn't call Latrice. Remember, Latrice said she ghosted her. So I'm trying to make it make sense that Selena is like, friend, I haven't seen you. I haven't heard from you. Have you called her? What kind of ass backward is that? That is the weirdest thing I ever heard. Seriously, y'all. I was just like, okay, this is crazy. Anyway, Selena tells her, Selena tells Latrice that she knows she didn't make it to the bar, to the Taste opening because she was in an accident and that Latrice seemed distant. Latrice tells her she was in her feelings about it. She was like, Latrice tells her she was in her feelings about her not working at the restaurant. Latrice says she felt like that it was an excuse. That's why you should have called her. She already think you making up excuses for not coming. And instead of you calling her and letting her know there's a real issue, you don't say nothing. So what is she supposed to think? And so Latrice just wish she would have had the conversation earlier. Latrice says she honestly should have called her and told her that she was fit. Check this out, y'all. Latrice said, go back a little bit. Latrice said, honestly, I should have called her and told her that I was feeling a type of way about her not working at Taste, and that uh you were being that you were being vocal and not showing up. And so again, Selena says her feelings were hurt. Selena, are you okay? Are you all right? Are you entitled? What do you mean you were in your feelings? What? You don't call your boss, you don't show up, and you were in your feelings. Get the fuck out of here, girl. What are you talking about? And then of course, here she go. And I like Selena, but here she go. Yeah, start telling her, I lost my son's pup. He was there when, with my son when he was, unalived and everything. So, that was a whole thing. And she was like, so I've been really going through some things. And I'm like, you're not still having apologized for not communicating with her. I'm still waiting for the apology. So anyway, sorry, y'all. Her son, dog Kevin, and she feels like it was after, I guess, after the accident, after he hit. Anyway, sorry, y'all. I hate when I do that. And my computer's running slow. It's not letting me go up. But okay, so Selena does apologize for not communicating with her, and they both say they miss each other, and they hug it out. Selena says she values Latrice's friendship because they've been friends for over a decade. So they squashed their little thing. Oh, I can take you guys. No, I don't want to take you guys down. So Marie, this is why I have this picture up. I'm sorry I had them up all this time, but so Marie pulls Carrie. Marie pulls Carrie to the side and says she wants to talk to her. She asks her how things have been going, and Carrie, I'm trying to plant my feet here, and things are going okay, but I'm going back and forth to Jackson, and into the Gulf, and trying to figure it out, and I'm trying to expand my brand, into Jackson. Marie was like, oh yeah, oh okay. She was like, but when I walked through the door, I didn't hear you, but a little bug dropped in my ear. And she says, she's like, our little bug was dropped in my ear of you were trying to shade me. Shade the hell. No, she said, you was trying to shade the hell out of me when I walked in the door. And she's like, talking about, I look like I came from space. Carrie said, no. It's because your outfit, it's silver. I was like, is that what it is? It ain't her hair? Okay. No, I shouldn't say that, Marie. But never mind. I don't even want to explain it. Let me read my notes. Carrie said, no, it's because your outfit is silver. She said, no, I said you were going on a journey and you had your spaceship ready. Carrie says, but that's just how I talk. I like to make jokes, and have fun. I said that earlier. I said, she don't know you like that, girl. She'll know you. Carrie said, no, look in the mirror. Carrie says this to Marie. No. Look in the mirror. You look fabulous. Marie said, well, let me make a little joke. with you. Listen, you're beautiful, but this drawstring ponytail, that's when she grabbed her ponytail. Y'all see it at the bottom of the screen? Y'all see it at the screen? She said, but this ponytail gotta go. She said this grandmamish, it gotta go. So she was talking about how Carrie's outfit looked. And I'm like, oh, not grandmamish. Because I'm a grandmother. So don't come for the grannies. Don't come for the grannies. Well, I'm a granny because that's what I call myself. I'm a granny. So don't do it. So Carrie says, no, 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 no. This is timeless. This is classic. What do you mean? In the confessional, Marie said, you can't be coming in here just throwing shade everywhere. Like an OG. You gotta take baby steps, girl. And matter of fact, actually, girl, you need to step back a little bit. So now they're looking at in a reflection of the window that's behind them in the top picture. Y'all see that window behind them, the window pane. So now they're looking in that window in their reflections. And Marie said, "This is giving everything it needs to be gave." And look at you, like, and basically like, and look at you, and said, "This is not giving grandma." She said, "This is not giving grandma old school." This is what Carrie was saying, like, girl, this is not giving grandma old school. Like, she's like, this is fashion. I'm like, girl, she freaking Marie go tell her, girl, this is giving Sunday morning worship. Girl, bye. I was like, girl, I don't know if you want to rump Marie. You know, they call Marie Ree or Riri sometimes. So if y'all hear me say Riri or Ree, it's Marie. So anyway, Marie's like, I gotta go, bye. And she walked off and left Carrie standing here. And so freaking they got Carrie in the confessional, and she sounds like she's paging somebody in the doctor's office. So she's like, Dr. Marie, please come back to Earth, honey, because you are clearly in a whole other universe than us. And that hairstyle, I was like, oh no, oh no, 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 no. She was like, it was and she said it was time for y'all to she said, and it's time for y'all to fly away. I was like, girl, stop. So Selena invites all the ladies to her all white affair for in memory of her son. She says she want to build a safe space for people that are dealing with grief and that don't have anyone to turn to. So Selena says, losing a child is the worst feeling in the world, and it's something you will never get over, but she has to start somewhere. So, man, I don't know that, but I can empathize with her because my mother, I lost a little sister. So, and I had to watch my mom go through that. So I definitely seen that firsthand what that grief looks like. It's no joke. And Selena's son, I'm not sure how old he was. Sorry, y'all. My computer's acting up. I don't know how old he was, but he was, over teenager. He might have been in his 20s. I'm really not sure. I'll look that up and find out. But my little sister, she passed when she was 2, and her service was on her 3rd birthday. So when I tell you, know it, not my own kid, but to watch my mom go through that is, yeah. So I hope Selena is able to get that business going and having, if it's a nonprofit or whatever she's gonna do, I'm here for that. So anyway, let me pull these girls down, pull my other girls up. Hold on, y'all. Like the video, like the video. All right, let me run my notes back up. What am I doing? What am I doing? Okay. So Marie asked Carrie where her locations were for her restaurants. Carrie tells her all 3 of the locations. Tisha said, yeah, because no, Carrie really is that girl. Marie and she was like, girl, Carrie really is that girl. And Marie, and I'm like, what is I'm saying? It's like, so Marie said, and that's my point. That's why you need to be, and she snapped her finger like, You need to be snatched, basically. You need to be better. You need to be more flyer than you are. Um, and then Carrie was like, well, I don't want to look the same as everybody. Tisha was so Tisha's in her confessional. I said we made it through. I said we made it without, well, that's how they ended it, with Marie saying basically you need to be snatched up, and Carrie is like, I don't want to look like everybody else. So now we got Tisha in her confessional said, we made it through without any drama. They survived, and she is proud of the collective. She thinks they have arrived. I said, girl, it's only the second episode. You ain't arrived nowhere. You ain't arrived nowhere yet. All right, let me take a break real quick because I need to just take a hot little quick break. Y'all do what this thing tells y'all to do, please. And we're back. All right, let's get this. Is it the last scene? Close to the last scene? No, there's 2 more scenes, y'all. All right, so Selena drops by her, her daughter's, again. She dropped by her daughter's house to check in on all the girls, but I told you guys earlier that Star is pregnant. And we find out that she is 38 weeks, and she's like, I am not dilating. I say, girl, I know that. Ooh, when you get down to them, we go 40 weeks, y'all. If y'all don't know, we go 40 weeks. She's at 38 weeks. Her doctor told her she wasn't dilating. And it's like, man, you be ready. You be ready to lay on your stomach. So anyway, she's 38 weeks. So she's just about due. And she's also just about due. And so Selena chit chats with the girls about how Mike is not communicating well with her, especially buying those, big purchases. I told you guys that he bought the boat, and then he also bought a big rig. They share with her how they really like Mike, and that he came into her life right after the passing of their brother. They asked her if she thinks she got with Mike too soon. She said no, but he did step in and do all the right things during her time of grief. Selena says the passing of her son is taking a toll on her, so that's why she wants Mike to communicate more with her. She said but it's not just him. She said sometimes she gets in her feelings and she don't want to talk, and she shuts down. She says she shut down and she don't want to talk to him. Wait, I say she gets in her feelings and she don't want to talk, and she should, but she don't want to talk, and she should, but she said she doesn't want him to feel like she's bothering him. The girls think Mike gave Selena support that they couldn't give her. The girls don't want their mom to go into a marriage if she feels like they're having problems. Selena says when she gets married, this time is for the long haul, and it's to death do us part. Selena said they don't have to get over. She said, Selena said they don't have to get over. Oh, not don't. I told y'all when I'm talking, it picks up words. Anyway, Selena said they're gonna have to get over this part before she says I do. She's like, she's basically not gonna get married if this is gonna be an issue of their communication. Okay. So the last scene, y'all, we're almost done, is Marie and Martin meet up at a pizza spot. And child, well, let me tell y'all, I love pizza. That pizza was looking so good. I was like, hey, I just want to, how you just want to pick your hand in there and just grab a slice and it was looking cheesy. The sausage was sausage and pepperonis was pepperoni. the crust looked real good. Okay, maybe I'm hungry. Cause that pizza was looking good. I don't know what y'all. It was looking good. So Martin and Marie, they meet up pretty much at the pizza spot. Where's that? They meet up to discuss how Martin pretty much ghosted Marie for the last 2 weeks while he was out of town on work. And y'all know with him being out of town for 2 weeks, and pretty much she's dating Cedric, you know, they gave them a lot of time to be together and work on just them. At least that's what I'm thinking. So I'm sorry, hold on, y'all. He ghosted her in the last 2 weeks that he was working, and that gave her a lot of time to want to spend with Cedric and to really get clarity. And she gets so emotional. Martin said something. He said Martin says something happened to your heart. She says she just feels like she can't see him anymore. Martin says, Marie, that's unexpected. And she says it's really no. She says it's real emotional for her because she really likes him, but she has her daughter's father and she cares about him and she loves him. And she wants to be transparent to Martin, and she also wants to be true to herself, and she does not want to lie to Martin. So she tells Martin tells her he understands her situation. So she tells him she's sorry, and she gets emotional. She starts a little bit of crying, and Marie says she wants the best for Martin, but she said she wants the best for Martin, but now that she's breaking up with Martin, she can put 100% or all her eggs into his basket, however, but she's like, I can 100% concentrate on Cedric and moving forward. So her and Martin break up, and like I said, she was more emotional. Martin, you can tell he was disappointed, but he also is probably a realist and understands that sometimes it happens like that. So Marie asked him, who's paying? And he said, he said, I'll do, because he's from Germany. I will do. They stand up and they hug. And to me, I think they're going to remain friends. And it was a nice, clean breakup. Like, literally. I wish a lot of breakups would happen that way and people can just be truthful with one another. Like, some people, we make it harder than it needs to be. So I thought it was really nice of them to show that, how she broke up with her boyfriend. So yeah, y'all, that is how that ended. We are done. Like, literally, we are done with the Belle Collective recap and review episode 2. Okay, happy about that. Very happy about it. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed yourself. I was trying to talk a little faster. I'm trying to get my my timing down to under an hour. I think I'm just at an hour. Oh yeah, I'm 2 minutes from an hour. So we're doing very well. Okay, so I'm gonna catch you guys on the next one. Let me get my girls off of here. I'm gonna catch you guys in the next one. Like I said, it's only been episode 2. So we here for the long haul for the girls. You know how we gonna do. So I hope you guys hit the like button on your way out. Okay, make sure you hit the like button. Hit your like button on the way out. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe. And if you can do me a favor and share me with your peoples, that would be great. All right, I'll catch you guys on the next one. All right, talk to y'all later. Bye, cutie.